Personally, I think the time has come that West Africans and their descendants in the diaspora need to decouple, separate, leave behind, and abandon the one Africa concept. I think that's failed. I'm going to let you listen to this Somali man, and then I'm going to come back and talk about it.
Most of the people that we meet, especially African Americans, they don't even know their fathers. They don't even know their fathers. It was all of them, most of them were the product of one night stand. One night stand. They will tell you, I don't know my father. Well, who named you? Whose name are you carrying? Well, my mother chose his name for me. I don't know. Is that what we want for our ummah? No. كلهم أو معظمهم أبناء الزنا. أبناء الزنا. Why? Because man, he has to give up the seed. And because the marriage will limit them, they will go from one to another to a third.
Right, so that's a Somali Imam preaching in a masjid or some kind of gathering, I can imagine. And he is very, very anti-black. As you can hear him, he's anti-black community in America. And this is the same energy, by the way, that they hold towards all Africans that are not from the Horn of Africa or are not Somali. They are perceived as lesser than. And the reason being that the white supremacists that categorized Africans into their little buckets in order to achieve their own goals of segregation based on what they perceive to be sophistication have placed Somalis amongst the Caucasoid race. Listen to this.
The fact that Ethiopia is primarily populated by a people of Caucasian ancestry makes it unique among other African nations. There are over 100 different tribes and races within the country. Although dark in complexion, most of the people are Caucasian and are descended from the ancient Hamites and Semites.
Well, all right then. I know that's about Ethiopia, but it does include everyone in the Horn of Africa. I agree, we're not the same. This is why I think the time has come for the division to happen. See, up until now, the refugees, the migrations of Ethiopians, of Somalis, especially around the world, have ridden the coattails, have ridden the efforts of the African and the black civil rights movements, the liberation movements, the Malcolm X's of the world, the Muhammad Ali's of the world, the Martin Luther King's of the world, the Harriet Tubmans of the world, the W. Du Bois of the world, the Kwame Nkrumahs of this world, the Lumumbas, the Mandelas, the things that they had fought for, these so-called Semites and Hamites and Caucasoids of Africa have benefited, used, and ridden on that until they've reached success or have been elected to office. Then they'll turn around and stab you in the back.
Somali people and their obsession with Black History Month. Let's break it down. Do not insult me or my ancestors by calling me black, okay? When the first European came to Somalia, they called us Caucasian, dark Caucasians. My hair is different, nose different, facial structure different, even voice tonality and voice frequency, totally different. When you call Chinese people yellow, they get offended. When you call me black or Black History Month in Somalia, I get offended.
So I think the solution to this BS is a strong West Africa. We need to decouple. We need to leave these guys behind, because on the African continent, they're holding us back. Pretty much. Their lands are war-torn, they're barren, overpopulated hellholes of ravaged war. We need to leave them behind and form a strong, prosperous West Africa. West Africa is basically made up of developing, really rapidly developing economies. Look at Ghana, we've got Nigeria, Senegal. These are powerhouses in Africa. We need to leave these guys behind, get together, build a strong bridge with our diaspora in the Caribbean and in the Americas generally, Jamaica, Haiti, Cuba, Trinidad and Tobago, and those on the Northern American continent that believe that they're part of us, because not all Black Americans believe that they're African. Those Black Americans in America are welcome to the fold. I know Haiti's down. I know Jamaica's down. We need to build a powerhouse and abandon this one Africa dream that is impossible with these people in it that would continuously sidetrack, continuously gaslight, and think that they have some kind of superiority over us. Peace.